Hi, this is Carl from Stress Free Personal Training, and today I'm going to talk to you about how Pilates is going to help your running. So firstly, what is Pilates? Well, it's a total body and mind exercise program. It's going to work by strengthening certain weak muscles and lengthening those tight muscles. That's going to give you a nice balanced body. So who can do Pilates? Anybody can. All shapes, sizes, ages. If you've got back issues, please just check with your doctor first. Otherwise, it's great for everybody. Celebrities do it, top level athletes, the likes of Andy Murray, Gareth Bale, the All Blacks, they all add Pilates into their training program. So, 3 key benefits of doing Pilates for runners. Firstly, injuries. It's going to help reduce the frequency and the intensity of your injuries. So a lot of injuries are due to postural issues. So Pilates with a strong core is going to help correct those issues and give you less injuries. Secondly, increased power output. So the body finds it hard to generate power from a position of instability. So what that means is if your centre is quite weak, and so you're a runner, so you're trying to go really fast and pump your arms, your core will twist, which means you will turn, rotate. That will give you lots of injuries. So a strong centre allows you to put more power through the body. And thirdly, increased body control. So Pilates is going to help you to learn and understand which muscles to use. Okay, so activating certain muscles while you relax other muscles, and learning these movement patterns is just going to help provide you with stability and good movement. Okay, so we're going to do the first of 5 strengthening exercises. This is called squat calf raises. So it's going to work your shin muscles, tibialis anterior, your side muscles that help keep you balanced, and also you're going to really feel it in your quads as well. So we're going to get into a squat position. Now if you've got knees that aren't great, don't go so low. If your knees are okay, then you can go really low into a squat. So you stick your bottom out, your hands out in front. You want all the weight on the front of your toes. Okay, so from here, imagine there's this low ceiling, so you can't move your head. Okay, so you're going to lift up onto your toes. Now what we're looking for here are the knees in line with your toes. So you don't want to have Elvis legs, okay? And then you slowly come down. Now your thighs will judder a bit. As long as your knees aren't complaining, then stick with it. Your quads will get stronger. Must keep the weight forward. So we lift up onto toes and slowly down. That is squat calf raises. Okay, so we're going to do an exercise called shoulder bridge or bridging. We're going to strengthen up our glutes and our hamstrings. So really important to help with the running action and also strengthen them up, so cut down on your injuries, especially hamstrings. So what we're going to do is we're going to lie down. We're going to have our heels closer to our bottom, but still our knees nice and wide apart. We're going to relax down. Now make sure you don't push through your arms, so I'll show you a version on how not to do that. From here, you take a big breath in and exhale. You're going to explode up. So now we're going to hold and squeeze on our right side so that I can lift my left foot a small position and then lift the right foot up and place it down. Now the aim is to try and keep the hips up without stressing through the shoulders, and then we come down. Now if you find you're using your shoulder blades and shoulders, take the arms up. It's a bit harder, but it will stop your shoulders working. So we inhale to prepare, exhale, we come up. Inhale, hold and squeeze. So I'm just squeezing the right side, and then I lift my left foot a little, and then squeeze this side as I hold, lift that foot a little, place it down, and down we come. Now if your hips twist slightly, that's okay, it's just showing you the weakness in there, but be careful not to really stress through the upper body. So that is bridging or shoulder bridge. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is called single leg raises. There is another alternative which is called double leg raises. So it's a great exercise for your glutes and hamstrings, and all you need is a wall, okay, and a mat. So we're going to lie down. It's a bit fiddly, but it's well worth it. Get your bottom as close to the wall as you can. Now if you have bad neck, okay, you may need to come a little bit farther away from the wall. So I'll run through single leg raise. So this is the harder of the two. So leg is slightly bent. Again, be careful of the shoulders. I'll show you with shoulders relaxed, like so, all down here. So take a big breath in, squeeze the glute, and lift up. So try to keep your hips square rather than let them twist. You hold, and then using your abs, you slowly try to come down one vertebrae at a time. So with arms up, you take a big breath in. Inhale, down we come. So that is single leg. If you find that too challenging, okay, regress it. We're going to do double leg raises. So exactly the same, you squeeze up using those glutes, and you use your abs to control your descent. With arms up. Okay, so that is single and double leg raises. Super good for glutes and hamstrings. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is called 3-point touch. So it's a great exercise for strengthening your core to give you nice stability. Okay, it's also going to loosen up the lower lumbar-pelvic region. And also the arms are going to get a bit of a workout as well. So here I'm going to use a Bosu. You can use something around similar height to lean on, or if your arms are fairly strong, I'll show you, we'll demonstrate it with straight arms without the Bosu. So with the Bosu, I'm going to get this into a plank position. So I'm going to lean, bend the elbows on, legs shoulder width apart, bottom down. So breathe in, I will take a big breath in, and do 3 exhales. Bend the leg in, now don't come too far that your bottom lifts. I take the leg out, I take the leg through and back. So other side, so inhale. Now if you don't have a Bosu, can do it with straight arms. So into a position like so. So up, out, through and back. Inhale. So that is the 3-point touch. Great core exercise. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is called leg raises. It's a great core exercise. We're really going to feel this through here. Very simple. Okay, so we're going to come down. So make sure we're in a good neutral position. We're going to imprint, so that basically means you're just going to tilt the pelvis slightly so your back flattens. So we don't want any gaps under your back. Then lift one leg up, lift the other, and straighten your legs. Okay. So it's a 2 breath exercise. So we're going to lower on the exhale. That's the hardest bit. Inhale, lift up. So we lower. Inhale, come up. How far you lower is up to you. If your core is really strong, you can come nice and low, or come as far as you feel. If your back's starting to feel it, then stop. Okay, don't go too far. So we come down and up. But this we're trying to keep nice and still. Okay, so that is leg raises, great core exercise. Hi there, so now I'm going to do a fabulous exercise called inchworm. So we're getting into these stretching type exercises. This is the first of 5 stretching exercises. So it's an amazing stretch for your hamstrings and your calves, but you're also going to get a workout in your core and your upper body. So I've got 2 variations, so one depending on how flexible you are. If you're not very flexible or maybe strong upper body, the bent arm version will be for you, or if you're quite flexible and quite strong upper body, then the straight arm, and I'll run through both now. So inchworm, so you're going to start on the bent arm in a plank position. So into plank, take a big breath in, you're going to walk in with straight legs as far as you can. You won't be able to come up too far. Try and keep the legs straight. You hold a breath there, and then you walk back to bottom down in a plank position. Okay, so if you're going to do straight arm, exactly the same. Walk in, this time you can come much farther, you get a real deep stretch. Now going back, be careful here, keep the head still so that you end up with bottom down, as opposed to ended up with head back here, which would just stick your bottom back up in the air. That's not a good look. So from there, walk in, straight legs, feel the stretch, hold a breath, walk away, keep the head still. That is inchworm. It's a great exercise. Hi, okay, so the next exercise I'm going to do is a static lunge with rotation. You can use weight or without. So it's a great exercise. It's going to stretch one of the key muscles to stretch for runners, hip flexors. Tight hip flexors cause all sorts of injuries. So we're going to stretch them, and also our lower back, lumbar pelvic region, all going to get a great stretch. You're going to work your core, upper body, and there's some balance involved. So it ticks lots of boxes. So if you've got knees that aren't great, then be careful with how low you come down. So if you've got healthy knees, you can come down into full lunge position. If your knees aren't so great, then just come up a little bit higher. Okay, so lunge position. Quite a few things to talk about. So legs, hips, hip width apart. So don't have them in line, because balance-wise it's incredibly hard to stay up. So easiest way, start with straight legs and then sink down. Body nice and upright. So there's a lunge, we're going to stay in that position. So this hip flexor, the back leg's going to get a great stretch. From here you're going to twist. If you've got right leg forward, you twist to your right, vice versa, left foot forward, twist to your left. From here you're going to hold this position, and then you're going to do, without weight, you're going to do a sort of horizontal figure of 8. So we're not going up, we're going sideways like so. With the weight, get balanced first, and then you're just going to do a circle like so. So keep breathing, inhale and exhale. It's going to challenge your balance. You'll definitely feel it in your hip flexors. So do both sides and enjoy it. Hi there. Okay, so the next exercise I'm going to do is called the stalk. It's a great exercise for stretching your hamstrings and your calves. There's also a lot of balance involved, and again, core's going to get a workout. So I'll show you without weights, and then you can add weights in if you wish. So we're going to start, it's a single leg exercise, so I'm going to start with my left foot forward, my right leg is back, and all the weight is on my front leg, so you should be able to lift your back leg up. From here, try and keep the hips square, tilt at the hips, try and reach forward. So imagine there's a pot of gold out in front of you and you are trying to reach and grab it. Do not shift the weight back, keep the weight forward. Okay, from here you can basically just lift up. So that's the basic one. If you've got weights, some description, again come down. Next version, you pick up, you can balance on one leg, foot back down, and then repeat. Okay, so up, get your balance. However, you can put your leg however you want, hold it, back down, and repeat on each leg. Stalk, fabulous exercise. Hi, okay, so the next exercise I'm going to do is called rollover. It's quite a hard exercise, so I'm going to use a roll to help promote to get over. So it's an exercise that's going to stretch our lower back, glutes and hamstrings. Just a word of caution, if you've got lower back issues, give this one a miss. Okay, so I'm going to use the mat. Make sure you've got plenty of room behind you. So roll over with a roll. So you're going to lift your legs up, you're going to roll back, put your arms down, and then you're going to bring your legs over. Now how far you come over, it's totally up to you and your body, okay? So if you can come over and touch the floor, that's fantastic. If your legs are up here, okay, that's absolutely fine as well. So you will feel a real stretch through your lower back. Then you're just going to let momentum and pick yourself back up, okay? So if I was breathing, I'd inhale, exhale as I go over, inhale, lift, and then exhale, pick yourself up. If you're feeling for a challenge and your core is nice and strong, then you can do it without the roll. So you lift up, over, lift and separate. The hard bit is the coming down. Okay, so that's the full version. The rollover is just a way to help promote flexibility. Great exercise, hope you enjoy it. Hi, so the next exercise I'm going to go through is called the posterior chain matrix. It's a dynamic stretch and it pretty much does everything that you're looking for as a runner in one fluid movement to stretch hip flexors, lower back. Your core's going to get a workout, your legs are going to work up so they're fired up, so you can use it as a warm-up before a run or a race. Is absolutely fine. So I'll run through it. There's 4 or 5 different movements. If you've got, again, and I talked earlier about it, knees that aren't so great, be careful when you come down and pushing back up on the lunge section. So we're going to start feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to take right foot, and I tend to do 3 or 4 each side. Okay, so I'm going to start with a big lunge as far as you can. Control your descent. From here, I'm going to reach up with my arms. Be careful not to let the head go back. So here I'm getting a lovely stretch on this left leg. Hands come down. I'm going to rock back to get a hamstring stretch. Try and keep the chest up, head up as much as you can. Word of warning, if you've taken a short stride, be careful not to sink all the way back because you're putting real pressure on your knee. From here you come back, so you hamstring stretch, you come back. The next bit's called a yoga plex, so the hand nearest the front leg, keep it low and turn. So here you're getting a fabulous stretch through your lower back. Hand comes down, we're starting to head back up, reach up. Now from here you've got a few options. You can step forward, it's the easiest one. The hardest one is to step back. So I'll run through that a little bit quicker. Now, we don't hold for more than like a millisecond the stretch. So this is dynamic, so it's not static. So in a full-flown sequence, it will look like this. So we're down, reach up, hands down, rock back, come forward, yoga plex, hand back, reach up, step forward. Posterior chain matrix, do 3 or 4 each side, learn it, it's a great exercise.